you were saying, Quaker, about Van Dijk.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Chelsea replay. Like he played.
It's a little bit too nonchalant for Felix, isn't it?
It is. Like, just make the pass and look where you're passing it to. Yeah, I saw Jamie Carragher tweet about it and say that Van Dijk's the best in Premier League history. In terms of eye test, the best I've ever seen is Virgil van Dijk. The greatest, I think that comes with accomplishments. And when you look at JT, who's got 5 Premier League titles under multiple managers and was also an incredible player, one PFA Player of the Year.
So I then take it by your logic. Then, Steven Gerrard can get nowhere near conversations about being the greatest midfielder, right? Because he's won 0 Premier League titles. But that's a nonsense, Quaku.
He can't be the greatest.
No, he's not the greatest.
He can't be the greatest.
He can't be the greatest.
If you're asking me who the most successful Premier League defender is of all time, I'm not going to say Virgil van Dijk for obvious reasons. But I'm sorry, we're talking about the best in terms of quality. And I'm sorry, I don't think you measure the best by looking at how many titles they've won. Because you can go through, you can go through loads of players who've won loads of Premier League titles.
Well, if they were passengers,
doesn't mean they're better than Virgil van Dijk. Look at how many midfielders have won more Premier League titles than Steven Gerrard. That means they're better than Steven Gerrard. It's nonsense, Quaker.
No. But Sam, we're looking at the effect that John Terry had. John Terry had to carry. Think about Virgil van Dijk, right?
Oh, Salah! Oh! Sorry, Jarell Quanta does really, really well. He carries the ball a long, long way for Liverpool. He picks out Salah inside the box. And Mo Salah's first touch here is so not like Mo Salah. It's a bad first touch. And 99% of the time, Salah takes that ball first touch and pings it back in the net. But his first touch gets away from him.
Yeah, no. Mo Salah, he's the key to this game. I think Newcastle are going to have... They're going to give you a tough game, Sam. I think Liverpool are obviously the best team in the country, but going to St James's Park is a tough task.
No, I wasn't being disrespectful to them. I'm saying, given how well we're playing, how good we're looking, I still wouldn't take.
I'm pretty sure you said under the lights of St James's Park with inverted commas, so maybe there might have been a little bit of
there was a bit of disrespect. You said they've got banners.
Only because I do like their banners. Only because West Ham went there under the lights last week and
that was a shock. I don't think any of us thought that was going to be the way.
Sorry, let me just get some statistics.
Okay.
I don't think Quaku. I don't think Sam wants you to make your Van Dijk Terry point.
No. What annoys me is when people talk about trophies, because I'm sure
trophies do matter.
Of course they matter.
Yeah, but I don't always agree with that because you.
Of course you don't. Your team don't win trophies. What are you talking about? You're not involved in this conversation. Your team don't win trophies. Sam, let me talk to you directly. Sorry. Yeah.
Shall I leave? Shall I just go and sit and help Jamie? Shall I just go and do that?
He needs all the help he can get on Jamie.
Excuse me, one sec. Harry Kane, one of the greatest Premier League strikers of all time.
Another great argument.
Harry Kane has...
he's no good.
Well, he doesn't make the best ever squad, though, does he? Or the second best.
When you're all doing your all-time Premier League 11s, bear in mind Harry Kane's the second top goal scorer in Premier League history. Does anybody here put Harry Kane in the all-time Premier League 11?
Nope.
No, you don't even mention him.
I'll mention it always. Always. He'll always be in mine.
So I'm just still not 100% sure that when you're sitting down with a piece of paper and you're working out who... You're building the best team in Premier League history, and you're looking at all the different centre-backs. I'm just not sure how you judge it on because they've won more trophies.
I don't always think always think that argument is completely valid.
Of course it's not valid.
Because it's someone like, all right, is Wes Morgan in that conversation?
Exactly. Thank you, Abby. Great point.
Well, hold on. It's all about how much...
No disrespect to Wes Morgan, by the way, but he's obviously not in that conversation.
Is Wes Morgan as good as Van Dijk? They've won the same amount of Premier League trophies, yes or no?
Of course.
Well, exactly, Quake. So your argument falls on its backside,
silly
mate.
argument.
What are we talking
your
about?
Argument is rubbish.
So are we just saying the Premier League trophies just don't matter?
Yeah, I'm with you, Quaker. Yeah. Look, I don't blame these two. There's only one Premier League title between them, innit? That's what it is.
Exactly.
So
guys,
I just think it's just not all that. Like you can't only one. Look how many times that they challenged City, 97 points.
Are we
saying
that when you're judging a player's greatness, you don't include the trophies they win as well?
You do, but I don't think it's the be-all and the end-all because it also depends on the team that you're in.
Did I say it was the be-all and
no,
end-all?
he didn't. He's factoring it in. He's factoring it in.
You can factor it in.
I started off by saying Van Dijk is the best. Don't get twisted. I started the conversation off by saying Van Dijk is the best. But I'm saying that when you're talking about the greatest, accomplishments comes into it. Best, Van Dijk's the best. Greatest,
what's the difference between best and greatest? Sorry.
Best is like your ability with the ball at your feet. The ability with
as an individual.
As an individual. Right. Ability with the ball at your feet, that's the best.
So therefore, if you're building an all-time Premier League 11, you're putting Van Dijk as one of the centre-backs, right?
Not the greatest. Not great. He doesn't go in the head of...
No, I'm asking you to build Quaker Afari's the best Premier League 11 in Premier League history.
And you're telling me to build the best.
I'm not sure. I'm confused between best and greatest.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Quaker, I still need you to clarify here what the difference between best. Well, you're making this a lot more confusing than it needs to be, I think.
So best is eye test, right? Best is like the best I have ever seen in terms of ability. Greatest combines astonishments and accomplishments. Accomplishments is the hardware. Astonishments is what your eyes tell you, and that's how you make the greatest.
But wouldn't the best team be the greatest team?
No, the best is very different. The best is different to me.
But would you not want Virgil van Dijk in your greatest team because he's the best? That's what I don't understand, mate.
I think he wouldn't make Kwaku's team because he doesn't have the trophies. I think
If the
that's
best player, here's one for you.
Go.
If the best played the greatest, who would win?
The best.
Oh, mate, I don't understand this.
The best would. But the thing is, I'm not calling them the greatest. For example, let me give you an example of this right now. Lionel Messi.
Oh, City have scored. Kevin
KDB?
De Bruyne, yeah. KDB is back in the starting 11 and he's back on the score sheet. I tell you what, that is fine margin in football. Literally, Chris Wood 30 seconds ago should have made it Man City 1, Nottingham Forest 1. But then the City got the other end and Kevin De Bruyne fires home. So City 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Kwaku, back to you on the best v greatest.
Okay, I'm going to finish this point. I promise.
I'm really you baffled us all.
Okay.
And producer Jamie's in my ear. He wants me to explain.
No,
you need to explain this better.
Ryan gets it.
I'm on Kwaku's wavelength.
Lionel Messi, by all accounts, right, was the best footballer we've ever seen. What made him the GOAT? Winning the World Cup. For a lot of people, winning that hardware.
He was the GOAT before that, mate. He was 100 the GOAT before that.
It wasn't undisputed.
Well, in my mind, he was, mate.
That's in your mind,
because he was the best. He was whether he won 1 World Cup, none or 10. Lionel Messi in my lifetime is the best footballer I've seen. So when I'm putting together a best 11, Lionel Messi with 0 World Cups or 5 World Cups, he's starting on my right hand side.
Lionel Messi is getting into it regardless.
Sorry, Karen Kwaku.
Lionel Messi is getting into it regardless because he's Lionel Messi, but. For a lot of people, for example, my old man who watched both Messi and Maradona said that Messi winning that 2022 World Cup made him the greatest player of all time, undisputed because of the trophy that he needed to win. If you go through the greatest players of all time, there is not one single player in that top 10 list that hasn't won a major trophy, hasn't won a major international trophy. That's what makes you great. So don't try and exclude greatness and being better because to be the greatest, you have to win the biggest trophies. Sam, if I ask you to name the top 5 players of all time, I guarantee you all of them have got an international trophy to their name. So you do have to win trophies to be the greatest.
So just to confirm then, just to clarify one thing, let's just use Erling Haaland here. Also, imagine if Erling Haaland, right, stays in the Premier League for like 10 years and like scores 500 goals in 10 years and wins,
Would he be the best or the greatest?
No, because he can't, because with Norway, he won't ever win the World Cup with Norway. Right. So he possibly can't ever go down in a Premier League 11 because he won't win the World Cup with Norway, will he?
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Wow.
You're about to swear there.
By the way, producer Jamie's feeding me this gold in my ear. He's loving this one, by the way.
Oh, wow, you've been set up, Kwaku.
No, because I'm not even going to explain myself in that one. No. But I kind of do agree with your premise. Erling Haaland will never go down as the greatest footballer of all time because he will never win the World Cup.
Southampton.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What about someone like Kevin De Bruyne?
We're tripling down on it.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on that then?
In terms of
best greatest argument because he's never going to win the World Cup.
In the Premier League?
Well, I'm saying because if you're saying that Erling Haaland couldn't do it because he's never going to win the World Cup.
Do you put Kevin De Bruyne on the same level as Xavi, Iniesta? No. Why do you put them there?
No, but everyone would say he's probably one of the greatest, the best in the Prem. So where do you rank him in terms of best and greatest? Because he's not
on the international stage. He's never done it. So yeah.
But what if you play for a country that isn't very good?
Go through the top 10 players of all time. Are there any players in there that don't play for a country that has won a major tournament? No.
But you can't also help where you're born.
Unfortunately, they can't. You can't, unfortunately. But that plays into it. Like, if you go name your top 5 players of all time. Go on, Rhino. Top 5 players of all time.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Maradona.
Major trophy.
Let's stick Zinedine Zidane in there, and I'll go Pele. Why not?
Oh, all won major international trophies.
Yeah.
Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. Like, it's just the facts of the matter. If you don't win a major international trophy, you can't be one of the greatest players of all time. It's unfortunate. It comes once every 4 years. You might play for a rubbish country, but if Messi was
English and played at this level, he absolutely would be Kwaku. I'm sorry.
He wouldn't be the greatest player of all time. He is because he won a major trophy.
Kwaku, if they lost that game on penalties to France instead of winning it, he would still be the great. He would still be the greatest. I'm sorry, mate. That one penalty shootout doesn't change Messi from being the GOAT to not being the GOAT.
So winning major trophies don't mean anything then?
They do.
I didn't say that, mate.
So do they contribute to greatness winning major trophies? Do they or do they not?
Yeah, but fine. But I would say you can still be great without winning the World Cup, mate. I'm not sure. You
can be great without winning the World Cup. You just can't be the greatest. You can be great without winning the World Cup. You just can't be the greatest.
The thing is, this conversation is now transitioned to the best ever. when we talk about the Premier League,
we've got the
best, the greatest, and then the best ever.
The best ever.
We've got all one of the greatest. We've got all categories covered here.
But back to Van Dijk. I agree to the sentiment for Jamie Carragher in terms of him being the best. He's the best we've ever seen, but
not the greatest.
Not the greatest.
No, unfortunately not.
Not the greatest.
So who's the greatest then?
But do you know what?
JT.
Yeah, JT.
But Van Dijk's the best.
But no. But this change again. You don't have to win the same amount of trophies. You just have to win a substantial amount of trophies. What will confuse you guys right now?
I'm so confused.
again,
What will confuse you guys right now is that if Van Dijk wins the Premier League this year, he goes down as the greatest for me.
But he's not done it at international
And he hasn't won the World Cup.
I'm
level.
talking about Premier League. I'm talking about Premier
right.
League.
Sorry, I just have to keep up with your
John
boundaries.
Terry's won so much more though than him.
Yeah, he has. But John Terry's nowhere near as good at football.
So
as him.
one, you can't be, but two, you can be.
Yeah,
One,
multiple. Yes, multiple. Because one, you.
But there are exceptions for not doing it at
because-
international level
because
in the
one-
Premier
yeah.
League. There are exceptions.
One,
Yeah.
you're Wes Morgan. Two, you're a serial winner.
Right.
There we go.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.